Welcome to the second annual Women Encouraging Empowerment, Inc. annual fundraiser. We really appreciate you all attending tonight. We have a really exciting night planned for everyone. We're going to start off with a couple of remarks, and we're going to move into performances, and we'll also have dinner, and we encourage you to please have some of our appetizers, have a drink. Want to also let you know that Women Encouraging Empowerment, founded in 2010. This is our second annual event, even though we've been here for 3 years. I've been a long-time volunteer since about 2 years now, and as a volunteer, I recently became the board vice president, and I'm excited to introduce now Mackinson Lewis, the board president, to give us a few opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't believe they put me before the mayor. I'm going to go through the background with the history of women encouragement. The history, they were founded in 2010, Women Encouragement. Our mission, what do we do? Some people don't know what we do exactly. We advocate for protecting the right of immigration. Also refer to low-income families, also organizing leadership and development service and delivery. Our program organization leadership is development, domestic violence, protecting, and English for women, leading community in action and citizenship and civil education and partnership. For career development, we are proud to deliver, appreciate, and advocate for support for immigration and family. We work with immigration and reduce women in the family over 13 continents. Our model, what do we do? Okay, we work with women from different countries. For example, we have Morocco, Iraq, Mexico, Haiti, Pakistan, Puerto Rico, and also French, and also etc. Our mission, over 300 immigrant women and men from more than 20 counties register with us. 254 attending English classes. They come from Revere, Chelsea, East Boston, Winthrop, Lynn, and Malden, Everett, and Stoneham, Dorchester. This is what we do. What we do exactly is to help every woman from the work of life. For example, if you come from a different country, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. Apparently, we are here to help you. That's what we do, okay? We're creating 2 language groups. We have the Arabic and also the Spanish. Those 2 groups meet every month to discussing issue, okay? For example, legal issue, jobs and education, and domestic violence. Why do we have those 2 groups? Reason is, we have some communities where we have women are so tied up. If they have an issue, they don't know where to go. The reason we're creating this program is women could actually come and discuss the issue they have either at home and at the workplace. Now, we have 12 women have become citizenship. This is what we do. We have class for citizenship. We also teach women how to become U.S. citizens. And that's a great thing to have, especially when you're in a city, when you have a way outgrown people coming here and they have residence and they don't know how to get citizenship, and we help them how to do that. We also help women, okay? We have 42 42 found employment and jobs. That's another thing we do. We also training women. We give them the training, the ability, they could go out and get a job. And we also, not just getting a job, we also have the ability to train them, they also could start a business. So this organization is not just helping you how to speak English, it's also give you the ability to go out there to get what you're looking for. So tomorrow you could survive in the real world. Thank you. Now, you might say, not just job creation, what about education? Now, we also help not just women, men get into college. So let's say you're in a job right now, especially we know about the economy at this moment. A lot of people don't have the skill to look for a different job. We have programs available for people who want to advance their skill so they could get the job they're looking for. They could attend colleges and get the education they needed, and tomorrow for them to not just to create a better income for themselves, also a better income for the family. Now, like I said, we help everybody. 182 children receive Christmas gift present from CAPIC and also from the Speaker DeLeo office. Now, I know during Christmas season, what do we have? We have a lot of family in need, okay? Like we have some family that don't even have a coat to put on the children, for the children, or they don't have no gift for the child. Now we also have that program available. If you are parents with no gift or not enough money to get a gift, and we also will provide you with gift for your kids. So when they will come on Christmas, they'll open that gift, open that coat to be warm. Not just for the kids, also for a person that cannot afford a coat. If we have the size, it fits you, it's available to you. Right? I don't think anybody will be here. Look at around you guys. So we're all here because we're doing a good cause. As we go forward, this year I've been involved with the organization for over 2 years. I was a member, and now I'm the president. I remember I told Fatu one thing is, 2013 will be a better year than 2012. I believe it is. And one thing also we have is an incoming and an outgoing director. We have the mother that gave birth to this organization, that carried the burden of this organization, that's actually carried day and night, go to bed thinking about we. As she go forward to a different path of life and still helping others, she also brings another new director that have the same thought and the same idea for this organization. Fatu, we don't know how to thank you. It's just amazing what you do. The way you carry everything in your back, the burning, everything. And then apparently, I don't think thank you is good enough. We just love you. And as you all know, Fatu has taken a great challenge, and she has passed the challenge to creating a new school, a new community school in Riviere, as the mayor, as the mayor has put in place, and that's been successful so far. And also, we have a new office called the New River Residence, will be soon in City Hall. It's all have to do with one person, not just the mayor, the way he think about the city, the way he want the city to go forward, and then it's the way he loved that city. Is want to make sure every person will be able to get the help they need for that city. funding-wise, we membership supporting an organization with monthly contribution that keep our door open. We raise funds for annually dinner, which is what we're doing now. That's what we do. We raise the fund so we could help people. Hopefully, I see a lot of people here. So by next year, we want this room to be full with no seat, with no more seat. So some people have to be stand up to eat. We have partnership with some other organizations that give us money to raise and to help other people. For example, we have the Lenny Zenning Fund, the Boston Women Fund, the Haymarket People Fund, and all the rest that come along. And also, we have received $7,500 this year from the Lenny Fund, excuse me. And also $12,500 from the Women Fund. All these money go forward to help the organization to give the help and the need that people needed around the city. And not just around the city, and also as I mentioned, not just Revere, we have Chelsea, we have Winthrop, we have East Boston, we have Dorchester. People from everywhere, including Everett and Malden, to come to get the help they need from this organization. Being here today, I am proud to be the president of this organization. And also, we want to say thank you for every single one of you that have been here tonight, that's supporting us over the years, over the month. If we could have done this every 6 months to raise money, we would have done it, but we know how the economy is. So apparently we want to thank you for reaching out from your pocket to give us something so we could help others. Let's say one thing. You help one person, that one person you help will help 10 more. And that's what we're all about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mac. We're going to do a slight program change and continue to stay on time. And I actually got so nervous when I first started speaking, I didn't introduce myself and my name. So my name is Dimple Rana. Again, I'm the Vice President of Women Encouraging Empowerment on the board. And I've been a long time resident here in Revere with my family. We've been here for about 25 years. My parents also immigrants, and I've seen the struggle. And as a first generation child of immigrant parents, and seeing this organization and the help that they give to immigrant families is so important and such a need that I continue to support WE and everything that it does. One of the other people that has been doing such an amazing job making Revere a very inclusive city is our current mayor, Mayor Rizzo. He has done some great things for the city of Revere, and also, as Max spoke about, the Office of New Revere Residents, something that I was actually also able to participate and still do, and really, amazing person to work for and with. I want to introduce now the mayor of the city of Revere, Dan Rizzo.
Dimple, thank you very much. And I guess this is kind of back at you. It's great. Dimple, it's great working with you. You're an amazing person who I've come to know that really brings so much to my administration, and really, through my administration, brings so much to the city of Revere. So thank you for your dedicated service and hard work each and every day. And Mac, what can I say about Mac? It seems as though every event I go to, Mac is there to lend a hand with his family, at his side. So Mac, I know you're going to do a terrific job with me, and best of luck to you. I'd like to just take a moment before saying a few words and introduce some of our elected leaders who are here with us tonight to share in this very special night, this second fundraiser that we, now in their third year, going on 4, has provided, and what a great crowd. And so I'd like to introduce them. We have Suffolk County Sheriff Steve Tompkins, who's here with us. We had City Councilor John Correggio. I'm not sure where he went, but he was here. We also have Ward 1. We're right here in the middle of Beachmont. Your Ward 1 Councilor, Richard Penko. Donna Wood Pruitt from the school committee is here. Donna, thank you. Carol Ty from the Revere School Committee, former superintendent. Thank you, Carol. I see my predecessor in attendance, former Mayor Tommy Eversino. Tom, thank you for being here. We have a couple of, City Councilor Brian Arrigo, who was here. He unfortunately had to leave. Yeah, that's okay. We can applaud for Brian. Elizabeth Cedar Katusian, whose husband is running for Congress. She's here. There she is. Elizabeth, thank you very much. And we also have Senator Karen Spilka, who's here. She is also a candidate for Congress. So, Karen, thank you very much for being here. Have I missed anybody? Oh, candidate for Ward 5 City Council, Al Terminello. So I'm just going to say, first of all, this is an honor for me to be here. This is one of these organizations that really adds and brings so much to our community. Without the volunteerism that the members of we, Women Encouraging Empowerment, provide to our residents, particularly in our immigrant community, this city would not be nearly as successful as we are. You give women empowerment over domestic violence. You show them leadership skills. You give them a path to citizenship. And you also provide what's much needed in this community, the knowledge of the English language, and help them learn English, which is so important. You know, when I first ran for mayor, I was traveling through the entire city, and I was down in the Shirley Ave area. I think it's called the New Deal Club. I'm not even sure if it's there anymore. And I happened to meet a bunch of people down there, and there was a few Cambodian residents that I spoke to. And as I was speaking to them, a couple of them were actually military veterans, had served in the United States military, and had graduated from Revere High School. And now they have children that are in Revere High School and soon to graduate. And what they said to me was a little bit startling. They said, you know, we graduated high school here in the city. We have children that are graduating high school in the city soon, but yet we still don't feel part of this community. And that was very, very troubling to me. So we started talking about ways on how we can help people and include people and reach out to our entire city, not just any particular neighborhood or any particular ethnic group, but the entire community at large, and how can we work with them and help everybody feel like they're a part of this community. And I think we've done some things to do that. First and foremost, we created an office within city government that, like we, is staffed with volunteers right now, but hopefully that's going to change. Hopefully we will find the funding for our new office of Revere, for our office of New Revere residents, that will help people when they come to City Hall or they need city services or want to participate in city events, somebody to call, a place for them to call, where they can get straight information in a way that's understandable and in a way that's comfortable for people. Because I think City Hall can be intimidating even just to regular residents that have been here for 40 or 50 years sometimes. So that's been a very, very important addition, and it's amazing to me the number of volunteers that have stepped forward, like Matt, like Dimple, You know, and I could go on and name, you know, there's so many other volunteers that have stepped forward, but it's really been a tremendous program, and out of that has come some really positive things. We talked about the community school now that we've been able to launch, which I think is going to be, over time, a tremendous success. You know, I attended the high school graduation this past year, and Dr. Garcia, the principal of the high school, got up and he said that the high school graduating class, I think there was over 500 graduates, I think. Carol, am I correct in there? Dr. Garcia said that the class represented 33 different countries and 33 different languages. And I have to tell you, in looking out at the class, it looked like one of the most close-knit classes that I've ever seen in my entire life. And that, to me, is what is so great about our city. People say, what's your city's greatest asset? Is it your beachfront? Is it your school? Is it your proximity to Boston? But I've surmised that our greatest asset is our people and our residents. And so I am so proud to have this opportunity to serve as your mayor, and want to let you know that I am going to continue with every effort, with all that I can, to make sure that at the end of my term, when my term as mayor is done, everybody is going to feel like they're part of this community. That is going to be my goal and continue to be my goal for as long as I'm mayor. Now, I usually don't like to read, but I have to read because this is, there's a lot to talk about this person that is receiving this prestigious award this evening. This is a longtime resident, has been doing so much for so many years, and is a past Women Encouraging Empowerment Board President. She has been a member of our staff over at the Revere Public Library and a point of contact for all Revere residents, new and old. She has been the children's librarian for many years and has a never-ending passion for this community and its needs. She co-founded WE in 2010 to fill a gap and provide resources and create a space for many immigrant women and families. She is constantly seeking ways for the library to better engage the community at large. She has initiated various programs at the library to encourage greater attendance, whether it be parents, children, seniors, and especially members of the city's growing minority community. Her community activism has extended well beyond the library. She has worked in both state and city government, as well as volunteering for many charitable organizations, as well as helping organize political campaigns. She worked at Suffolk Superior Court as the administrative assistant for the court clinic and with forensic psychologists. She has also worked for the Consumer Affairs Office as the lead mediator. Her volunteer activities include serving on the Revere Historical Society and also serving as a current member and past executive board member. She serves on the Rumney Marsh Burial Ground Restoration Committee. She's the fundraising chairperson for the annual bocce tournament and other events that we have throughout the year to raise money to refurbish the Rumney Marsh Burial Ground. She is a Revere on the Move task force member. She is a Harbor Area Domestic Violence Task Force member. She's the Revere representative. She's on the Catholic Faith-Based Task Force, and there's probably a long laundry list of additional organizations that I'm leaving out here. But for all of these reasons, her passion, her work effort, her work habits, her activism, her volunteerism, I am very, very proud to present this Women Encouraging Empowerment, Inc. award to Lona Frangillo.
Two came to me
3 years ago and wanted to start an organization. I was ready to help her, and both of us, through our efforts, we were able to start WE. I met a lot of people, I gained a lot of friends, and I think that we really came far with WE. Well, 6 months ago, I resigned as president, but I knew that we would be in good hands with Mac at the helm. So I am very honored to get this award, and I thank everybody.
I wanted to go a little back on the agenda, on the program. Mac started to do an introduction, and I'm going to actually have her do the full introduction. Mac also spoke that Fatu is no longer the director, and we've had the pleasure of finding someone who is amazing, and we really think that she has the passion and the drive to carry the organization forward. I'm really looking forward to working with her. I want to introduce the new director of Women Encouraging Empowerment, Jackie Okanga. Please come.
Thank you very much. Now, having listened to Mark and the mayor and Lorna, who wouldn't want to work with this organization? I mean, I feel honored, and before I forget, I just want to say thank you to the board for making a great decision to have me. We has done a lot for the community of Riviere. However, and I have learned all this because in the beginning I started by volunteering at WE, which was, I learned about WE from one of my professors in school who I went to see and ask about what I can do, and shared with her my interests and my areas of expertise. And she gave me a list of organizations, and I approached this one. And I am very grateful to that very professor who is here today. And I just want to say thank you. And so, you see, as a graduate student or a postgraduate, I understand that a lot of what we learn about development, peace building, NGO management, when you get a chance to actually use it in practice, it is a big difference. And part of what is my role to encourage at WE is to encourage more partnerships with universities. We already have partnerships with Boston College. Boston University has shown a lot of interest, and Brandeis University students have always wanted to work with organizations such as WE. And I think that is a great step because they've got all these skills, and when they get an organization and have such projects that they are passionate about, which align with our vision, we have a great team to work with. And given that WE works largely with volunteers, in fact, we have a staff of 3 who work as volunteer staff. So that leads me to say, I just want to thank all our funders, all our donors, and all our individual friends and relatives and friends of WE, because without you, we would not be able to do the great things we're doing. And to end this, because I had flashcards, but I haven't looked at them, so I think I should do them some service. Our goal is to increase the membership of WE. In fact, we've heard about all the good things that WE does with women. I have read a lot about it, and I have heard numerous stories. But there is one incident that happened with me at the organization that I wanted to share. WE does not just work with women, it works with also men. And in fact, one man who is in one of the language classes when he first came, he wasn't sure, and there was a class going on. And then I told him, well, you need to register. And as he was doing that, he kept asking me, and I asked him, where do you come from? And then he said, he's from Everett. And I thought, well, between Everett and here, there must be numerous classes that you can attend. Why would you want to come to this one? And he said a friend of his, who's a woman, had told him about what we does, and he was interested. And in our conversation, he looked up to me and said, so you will help me learn English. That's what he meant. And you know, it wasn't just so you will help me. There was this need to want to know, to want to be able to communicate and know the world around him. And I thought, this is why I am here. It's that I am here to help people and expand the vocabulary so that they're able to understand what is going on around them and take part in it. And the minute I told him, yes, I am here every day, 9 to 5, you can come in, there was this relief on his face, and that just made me know that I'm in the right place. That young man has since been coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for classes, and I think that's a great thing. And so, in closing, I just want to say that thank you all for being with us, for joining us, and for supporting our shared vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. We're very excited to have you on board. I actually also want to introduce, and just, if you can just stand up, the other two staff at Women Encouraging Empowerment, Mina Marcourt, who's been involved with Lee for a very long time.
And thank you all for coming today, and thank you so much to Mr. Mayor for your support and for coming tonight. My name is Mina, and I would like to thank you again. And now I'll speak in Arabic to introduce me to them and to explain, because some of our guests here, they have no idea about me. شكرا لانضمامكم لنا هذه الليلة في هذا الحدث الهام جدا، وهو الاحتفال بجمعية تمكين المرأة. الهدف من هذه الأمسية هو الاحتفال الثاني بجمعية تشجيع المرأة، واحتفال بالإنجازات التي قامت بها، وكذلك من أجل جمع تبرعات ودعم هذه الجمعية لمواصلة مهاماتها. تأسست هذه الجمعية سنة 2010، ومنذ ذلك الحين ونحن نعمل مع أكثر من 300 امرأة من ريفير، تشيلسي، وانثروب وإيست ويستر. كما أننا سوف نقوم اليوم بتكريم 4 أشخاص بمجهوداتهم التي قاموا بها من أجل هذا المجتمع وهذه الجمعية. وكانت أول شخصية قمنا بتكريمها هي لونا. هناك عروض متنوعة، أكل، موسيقى من مختلف جهات العالم. نتمنى أن تقضوا وقت ممتع، وشكرا لحضوركم.
Thank you, Mina. I want to now bring up our Secretary of the Board, Lee Nugent, to recognize our past board members and all of their great work.
Hi. The next two ladies that I'm going to give this recognition for were also founding members with Lona, myself, and Fatu. And many, I remember the first few meetings in very small hut rooms, and they have brought children with them for babysitters when we first started to get this all together. I can't say enough about them. They are no longer board members, but they're still extremely involved in their community, in our community. The first one I'd like to bring up is Margie Serrano. Margie's a mother of 2. Her son is here with her tonight. She's been a resident of Revere for 9 years, and she's a founding member. She's also a paraprofessional in the special needs classroom at the Beachmont Elementary School, and she volunteers with the neighborhood developers. She is also, she just volunteers for so many social service agencies that I can't even say them all because they told me I only have a few minutes. But she's an incredible woman who's given a lot of her time to this community. And for that, we'd like to recognize her and thank her for helping us to get me off the ground. The next woman I want to introduce is, she's a mother with 3 very young children who gave and still gives so much of her time to so many different organizations and is always there to help. She works at the WIC program for MGH, where she meets so many women with needs, and she's always there to help with whatever their need is. I'm sure everybody knows what the WIC program is, but it's it's for women, pregnant women and children under 5 with necessities. She's been in that position for 9 years now, and she's deeply, deeply committed to this community. She's currently also a member on the Harbor Area Domestic Violence Task Force with us, very actively. And she's involved with the Revere on the Move, Healthy Markets Group, the Chelsea Family Network, the Hunger Network. She's built just a very strong, large network of community partners. She's also on the board to the Catholic Head Start and the Community Health Network. And she, again, was one of the founding members of WE and helped us get this off the ground and bring it to where it is today. And for this, we thank her and Margie so much. Gisabel Porta.
I just wanted to say that this is a great organization that serves women, that empowers them to search for an education, to acquire the skills they need so they can achieve their goals. And it's a great organization. I'm very, very honored to be able to have served with them. And I'm here maybe in the future. Now I have 3 little ones. I don't have a lot of time. But in the future, I would like to be involved again and helping in some way. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. The next woman I'd like to introduce is Senator Karen Spilka. She's also a candidate for the Massachusetts 5th Congressional District.
Thank you, Dimple, and I want to thank Mac and Fatu for all that you have done, and congratulations, Jackie, on taking over. I do just want to acknowledge what a wonderful mayor you have here, just in hearing what he has done and in recognizing to create the Office for New Residents is an accomplishment of itself. There are not many mayors across Massachusetts that would do that. So I would like to give another round of applause. Thank you. That was very nice to hear. I am State Senator Karen Spilka, and I have to say, I look out at all of the women here. I recognize there are many men as well, but I look out and I have to say that the beauty and the colors of all of the colors that I see here in the outfits is only surpassed by the beauty and the strength that I see in all of your faces. So I thank you for coming here, because just by you being here, it shows that not only are you a strong woman to begin with, but that you want even to become stronger and more empowered. So it is wonderful to see all of you here. I am State Senator Karen Spilka. I am Majority Whip in the State Senate in Massachusetts and Boston. I started out as a social worker. I became a labor lawyer. I never thought that would happen. And then I was an arbitrator, mediator, so my background is conflict resolution. I grew up in a family My sister has Down syndrome. She now has Alzheimer's. I am her legal guardian, and I've been that for over 20 years. So I fight every day to help get her the services and the programs that she needs. My father, growing up as a kid, had mental illness. And I talk about that. I did not talk about it when I was younger. But the more I talk about it, the more I realize people come up to me and say, thank you, because it's in my family too. And it's something that touches so many of us. He died when I was still a teenager, but he gave me a lot of strengths. He gave me diplomacy, the ability to work with people, be flexible, resilient, and the ability to be tenacious. I am a fighter. And if I feel there's something unfair or unjust, I will fight for it until I can fix it. So since I have been in the State House for 13 years as a state representative for 3 and a state senator for 9. And I was chair of a committee called Children and Families for the first 4 years. And since then, and continuing to now, one of my major focuses was to strengthen and empower children, women, and families. I have worked hard on areas of education for children and women, for English as a second language, helping to get more funds for people to take classes for English as a second language, recognizing that that is their entree into not only our culture, but jobs and employment, so self-sufficiency, which is so important. I've worked on programs to help the cultural boundaries, to help people learn the changes in the cultures when they come to this country, and on funding for citizenship programs so that those that want to become United States citizens can have access. I've focused a lot on working against and fighting against domestic violence. And in fact, I have a bill that I think within the next 2 weeks the governor will sign, once again to help prevent domestic violence and control that sometimes occurs with domestic violence. I have worked as chair of economic development. My focus has been on jobs and training and getting women trained so that they can become as self-sufficient and independent in a family, and working hard so that they can reach their full potential. Again, I believe social justice is a very important, it's not just a concept, but it has to be a practice that we as a government practice every single day to help all of our citizens. So I am running for Congress to take that fight to Washington. I've taken on a lot of fights here in Massachusetts that people have said, forget it, Karen, it is never going to happen. And time again, I have made it happen. When somebody says that to me, I take on the challenge and I take it even more seriously. So I would like to go down to Washington and fight for real immigration reform. It is long overdue. I would like to fight for more workforce training so that the federal government spends more time and money on education of our children that they have abandoned, education of our adults, and education of our women, so that every single resident of the 5th Congressional District that I would fight for would be able to reach his or her full potential. And I would fight for job training and empowerment on all levels. I believe we need a strong, feisty woman as congressperson. And I will promise you that I will fight to make sure that every person in this congressional district gets whatever help they need. My social work background gives me that strong promise, and I will stand up for you. October 15th is the election. I am asking for your support. I am asking for your vote. I thank you very much. Have a terrific evening.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna liven it up a little bit. Before I get into our performance, I want to thank Bogish Entertainment, who has done so much work to put this event together and do all the nitty-gritty details and get this event off the ground. And for you to be here, I want to recognize Crystal, Andrea, and Melissa, the three amazing and talented women behind Bogus Entertainment. So now for the entertainment for all of you. You have some of their postcards on your table. I want to introduce from Genki Spark, Payal Sharma, who is an amazing woman too. She's an inspiration for me too, being an Indian woman and organizer and so much work with social justice. I want to introduce Payal Sharma, who's going to get something started for us.
So if you're ready to hear some drumming, say yes. Yes. All right. Ready to hear some drumming, say yes. Yes. All right. Let's give it up for our first piece, which is the festival piece called Matsuri. the best I've seen in a while. Fantastic. If you get lost, you can call Karen here. She comes wonderful she makes. You can call our two wonderful models here. All right, right hand up. So, right. You can do it harder than that. Right hand up again. So, fabulous. Right hand up. So, right. Better. Left hand up. So, right. Left, right hand. So, right. Left hand. So, right. Right hand. So, right. Left hand. So, right. Right hand. So, right. So, right. So, right. So, right. So, right. So, right.
Latinas in Waltham. And some of the most powerful moments I spent were with this group. And I spent a lot of time with this group. And I would watch these women who were mothers who came to this country, whose husbands would get a job, and they would stay at home with the children, and they would not learn the language, and they would not have a job, they would not have a job skilled. And I would see this wonderful group that was working to teach them English, to teach them job skills, to teach them how to feel good about themselves, to teach them how to feel aggressive, to teach them how to raise their families, to teach them how to advocate for their children in the schools. Keep empowering yourselves. Don't just empower yourselves, empower your family, empower your community. My name is Peter Katujian. I am very blessed to be with you tonight. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.
So I am going to invite you to please join us for dinner.
Hello, I'm here with Lona Frangillo, who was just honored at the WE, and I think you just saw it, at the WE organization. She was honored for leadership and community service. Lona, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great honor. I see here that you were on this board for approximately 3 years?
Yes, I was. Actually, Fatu and myself had started the organization, and you know, we got the thing going. It was really slow in the beginning, but it's getting to be a bigger and bigger organization.
Why are you leaving this position?
I left this position about 6 months ago because I have so many other organizations that I belong to, and I felt that I did, you know, I did what I could do, and that I knew that I was leaving it in good hands because Fatu was still involved, and Mac was going to take over as president, and I know that Mac was really qualified to do that, so I felt that everything would be good.
Well, you can tell by the turnout tonight that it obviously is in good hands, and now we met Jackie, the new executive director, and obviously it's in real good hands.
Right.
Tell me, what is your best memory from the last 3 years?
My best memory, let's see, the penny drive that we were going to have. We decided to do a penny drive, and we were going to raise a lot of money for the organization. Well, it really didn't work out that well, but we had a lot of laughs. We did a couple of photo shoots, and but you know, it didn't. But now, you know, with all Fatu's hard work and the board's hard work, you know, they were able to get money to, you know, back the organization.
What will you miss the most? Will it be the food? Will it be the friends?
Well, I don't really think I'll miss anything, because even though I'm not on the board anymore. I'm in the background, so I work at the library. I have all the information about women, about we, and when people come in and they're looking to learn English, there I go. I go and I get the flyer and I say, okay, if this is what you want, call Fatu, and so many people have been able to go to we because of, word of mouth. So I feel that I'm still...
You're an absolute resource for these women.
Yeah, and I'm involved, in not the capacity of being on a board, but I'm still involved. They bring in their recipes, and we hang them on the board, and we try some of the recipes. So they might try some of my recipes, which are Italian. I might try a Moroccan recipe. I might try a Spanish Latino recipe. So, and like I said, I met a lot of friends. I still have a lot of friends. I still see them, in the library when I go to events. I'll see them when I go shopping, and they'll remember me and they'll, hi. So it was really a good experience.
Well, Lona, they certainly appreciate your dedication and your leadership and your community service. And there certainly was a lot of community service. I was just writing down some of the things that you're involved in, and you're obviously a credit to our Revere community. Thank you, and congratulations.
Here's my